Hi, I'm Bill Wong with Electronic Design, and TDK is well known for the various kinds of sensors and things they have. But they have so many of them, it's oftentimes hard to figure out exactly what's going on.
Absolutely.
Can you tell how you sort of unified these things, and talk a little bit about this interesting robot behind us?
Absolutely. So again, my name is Anson Yeganegi. I'm the Director of System Solutions at TDK InventSense. One of the biggest things that we recognized after InventSense was acquired by TDK is a lot of the technologies across the company were used in very similar applications, but nobody was ever kind of intertwining those together as a unified front. And so what we wanted to try and do is bring together solution-focused, application-level value that's enabled by technology across all the companies, as many as we could. And that's really what we started with this particular demo behind us. It's the first of its kind within TDK. It takes 10 different technologies from 10 different companies and integrates it all focused on a very specific market vertical to solve very specific problems at the robotic application level.
Well, great. Let's take a closer look.
Fantastic. Wasabi, go. So what we're highlighting here is TDK's ability to solve problems that exist at the application level. So we looked at the way that the industries were using autonomous robots today, a primary use case being around food delivery. You have your Ubers and your DoorDashes delivering food on campuses around different colleges, restaurants using autonomous robots to bring food from the kitchen. But one fundamental limitation that they have is today the robots will not bring open liquids over delivery. And so TDK said, you know, we've been doing stabilization from a camera perspective for so many years. What if we could leverage what we know to solve this problem for robotics? And that's exactly what we did. So TDK, in essence, built this robot, both running on an NVIDIA Jetson platform on the inside, as well as a Raspberry Pi. And it's all controlled by what we call our TDK RoboKit sensor board. And that's the TDK platform that has up to 10 different technologies on it. And what we're doing here is we're basically using the IMU data running from the inside of the robot to recognize the incline and decline of the robot's movement, using that IMU data to then stabilize the platform in counterbalancing the liquid while the movement is happening, all while using our ultrasonic time of flight technology to recognize that there's a clear and transparent object in the way to make sure the robot stops without either falling off a cliff or running into inanimate objects. So this is just some of the technology that we're using to highlight this primary use case. And at the end of the day, we're not a robotics company. We're not a stabilization company. We're a solution company that wants to solve problems for whatever market vertical is looking for technology to be that solution for them.
How can designers take advantage of the InventSense technology that TDK has?
That's a great question. And so you're absolutely right. This particular solution is somewhat of a kitchen sink of the TDK portfolio. There's definitely going to be applications that don't require all of this information, all of this data, all of this hardware. The good news is the board is relatively oversimplified as a giant development kit. So whether or not you just need the IMU data or you are interested in learning about some of our machine learning capability, you can utilize the board however you see fit for your particular application, or you can try and integrate all that technology in a very specific vertical like robotics that will probably integrate most of it in the application itself.
Well, excellent. Thanks for showing us all this neat technology.
You're very welcome.